Welcome back everyone to Data Science for Kids. Today we're going to be talking about utilizing response. Okay, so for example, code that responds to input from the mouse or the keyboard or other types of devices. And we're also going to be talking about using the setup function here and the draw function. So a couple things that we want to kind of talk about, all right, is that this draw function, all right, is going to basically keep repeating until we quit the program. So each trip through this program, okay, is going to be called a frame. So, and the default rate is about 60 frames per second, okay, so it's actually quite fast. And this can also be changed, but let's go on and maybe just show you how this kind of works. So if I do something like print, I'm drawing now, okay, and you can see I'm drawing now, I'm drawing now, I'm drawing now. It'll just keep running and running and running, and you can see that it just kind of batches everything together in 30s. Now we can also do something like print frame count here, and you can see now how many frames it's actually running through. And again, notice here this is happening very, very rapidly. Okay, so let's also show kind of something about what happens here. So I'm going to go on and delete this, and I'm going to start something here. So the setup function only runs once. Okay, so print I'm ready. Okay, and so a lot of times when we are getting ready for we want some, like maybe we want to import some data or something else, we'll do it up in the setup function so that we know that it's going to be loaded before it really starts wanting to draw something. So then we can start a function here and say print I'm drawing. Okay, so I'm ready, and then notice I'm drawing, and it'll keep going down. Okay, it only runs that I'm ready once, and then it'll constantly repeat this drawing function. So when we're going to want to maybe meet these two functions, what are they going to do when we want them to work in tandem? Okay, so I'm going to clear, well, I need to probably delete this first. And then we also want to go on and delete this. So a couple things we want to do is, let's say that we want to have some sort of fill effect. So we'll do fill here, and let's just say 102. Okay, that'll start our fill effect. We only need to run it once. It doesn't need to run very often. And then up at the top, let's go on and create up some variables here. So let's say var x is equal to, I don't know, let's do 300. Var y is equal to negative 100. Okay, because we want this to maybe kind of start off the screen. And then let's go on and use our draw function. Okay, we also need probably a diameter here, and let's make it let's do 90 for now, and let's mess around with our ellipse x, y, diameter. Okay, so notice now that it's not there, and if I take and well, it's not going to actually show up here anywhere. Okay, so that's kind of not very useful to us, right? So maybe let's actually put this, whoops, I want to put this somewhere. Let's make it visible for now. So 100. So notice now we have this dot, and you know what, maybe that seems a little big. So let's make it 10. Okay, so we'll make it nice and small here. Okay, maybe a little bit bigger. 40. Yeah, that'll be nice. That's a nice size. Okay, so this is nice for us to have. Let's maybe make this something a little bit different. Okay, so let's make it a little bit, let's say 0 by 102. Make it a little bit lighter gray, and let's do something like no stroke. Okay, so it kind of gets rid of our outside loop. And you know what? Let's just, I want this to be kind of some whole numbers. Let's do by 150. 100 maybe. I want it nice and light. Okay, so that's great and all. But now let's maybe change this up just a little bit more and to utilize, instead of this set diameter here, or not diameter, of location of X and Y, let's actually comment these out. Okay, and then I'm going to say, instead of X and Y, we'll say mouse with a capital X, mouse, whoops, with a capital Y. And these, okay, if you notice here, now it starts at 0, 0, and I move this around, notice now that ball, okay, or that ellipse is following us around, okay? Now this is very, very useful to us, all right, because again, it's just gonna follow us around and we'll be able to do all kinds of interesting things with it. All right, because again, it's just taking us whatever our X and Y coordinates are with our mouse. So we can even do something like print mouse X, mouse Y. And if I go here, notice, well, it's not going to update. Whoops, not going to update. I need to put this down here. Okay. So notice if I just hold it here, it kind of is constantly updating for us what the location is of my mouse. So I'll move it maybe down here. Notice 0 by 397. If I move it up here, it'll be like 10 by 0. If I move it over here, it's it's both those upper higher level numbers. So that's very useful for us. So you can kind of see how that works. Now, the next thing we want to do is maybe we want to do something a little bit more useful. So maybe we want to kind of draw something, okay? So the dot does follow us here, right? It follows us wherever we want to go, but maybe we want to make this like a trail of dots that kind of follows us wherever we want to go, okay? So let's go on and have it draw something. So what could we possibly do? All right. Well, one thing is that we can make it a line now. Okay. So we'll do something like line mouse X mouse Y P mouse X P mouse Y. Okay. All right, and then we need in here one more thing, okay? Because yeah, it just kind of follows us around. That is useful, but it doesn't actually draw anything, right? So let's actually go on, and that's also because we have this no stroke. So let's go on and do something like stroke weight of 5, and we want a stroke line to be 0 and the same color that we had before, 100. Okay, and notice here now we kind of have like this little dot, and we have everything in here. That's not quite what we're wanting it to do, all right, but let's, we're making a little bit of headway here. So let me comment this out, okay? So notice, now we're kind of getting there, but it's not quite what we want still. So let's see what else we can do to get this to work. All right, so I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit. We don't want this. We don't want this. We don't want this. All right, and let's see what we have now, okay? Oh, and let me refresh this. Oh. All right, there we go. So now it's drawing a line, but it's very difficult to see because it's actually refreshing a little too fast. What we want to be able to do is trying to see how the best way to have this for you guys. So let me, since I have it zoomed in here, if you see it, you can see the line if I move it fast, right? So I have to really zip it around here for you to see the line. And that's because this, let me zoom out again. That is because of this mouse, okay, we have the mouse X, the mouse Y, right? But what's happening is that this P mouse is just holding it for 1 frame. So remember, this is like 60 frames per second. It's very, very fast. Okay, so maybe we want to change maybe the thickness of the line, or maybe we want to make it slow it down or something else. So let's see what else we can do with this. So instead, we have our stroke weight here. I'm gonna go on and turn it off here. I'll keep this stroke, but let's change the weight. So we'll make something like var weight is equal to the distance between mouse X, mouse Y, P mouse X, P mouse Y, and then we'll use our stroke weight of weight. Okay, so this weight is now going to be determined upon how large the difference is between our weight. So we can notice here, if I move it around here, you can see that it's a little bit fatter sometimes. So if I can really jerk it across the screen as fast as I can, now notice that line is really, really fat. Okay, and maybe it'd be better if we slowed down our frames per second, but we don't need to really do that at this moment. We can just kind of play with it just a little bit. Let's actually leave it here for today. Okay, if you guys like this, please comment, subscribe, and hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.